Yeah, what's up, everybody? Me, ShinJay. You guys haven't heard from me in a while. We got some news that we're going to talk about today.
I like how the guest is introducing our fucking show. This sucks.
I mean, it makes sense. It's logical.
Who's the main attraction? Who are we going to talk about today?
But it's 2022, and we're still in this Hector Denox series of bullshit.
Been a couple of years, hasn't it?
It has. I haven't heard from him since 2018, but he lingers in the air. Every time I go on freaking YouTube and try to look for music, he pops up.
Is it like one of my videos or like one of Void's videos shows up usually?
Man, it's everybody's video. It started off with some African American that was using freaking Bruja card.
Oh, Bartman Homer.
Bartman Homer. I fucking love Bartman Homer. Curious him like once a week. It's fucking hilarious. I love Bartman.
You know, you have anime VR chat people talking about him. Like the whole multiverse is talking about him. I want to say that maybe there's a Denox out there that's not like this, but.
You got some questions, Jax? You got some questions for ShinJay?
Of course, why wouldn't I? If anything, I actually have a bulleted list. Because honestly, these are like questions I've had for a while now. Denox has had multiple accounts of RPing with minors in sexually charged roleplays in which he is a slave master to barefoot girls and highlighted the fact that he was older than them as a turn-on.
That's more of a statement than a question. Why does he like talk sexually with children constantly? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
That's for the Denox episode whenever Denox comes on.
I'll tell you one thing. I did impersonate as someone.
You catfished him?
I went as Chaotic Dream.
Sounds like an Axe body spray flavor.
Maybe, I don't know. I went in his chat and just talking to him, and when I told him that I was female, like you could, oh man, if you could find videos, you could see his expressions change to like, oh shit, a female's talking to me.
A girl is talking to me?
But then little by little it started going to shit because everybody was exposing him. And I think when the Vic Mignogna thing popped up, that's when I kind of broke my seal and went off on him. But I didn't tell him it was me, but I went off on him on that account. So it was pretty funny. I was like, how dare you side with Vic and stuff like that. So it kind of broke his heart, I guess.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but I also remember that like he would be depressed and his other friend Jonathan.
I think he doesn't like him anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't like him. He used to tell stories like how he would get like jealous of him because he would like talk to girls and girls would like jump on him but not on Denox or some shit like that. He would tell me, Last Cat, and Hedge Coon, you know, those guys back then, that he's depressed because a girl rejected him. I was like, oh, okay, so that's why he's not talking on the Discord for like a week or two. But anyway, we're off topic.
Okay, so my next question is, Denox claims his role plays with underage girls are not sexual when he has a foot fetish. How does he keep thinking this is just like a positive thing? It's like you'd realize saying that it's not sexual and then having a foot fetish is like an oxymoron in itself.
What he's doing is bad, and I hope that someone that's listening to this podcast, someone that's watching what you guys do, that's on the good side, can put him in justice. Like from what I hear, can I say what I hear, or?
Oh, you can say whatever, man.
So from what I heard, you know, he got his door taken away and shit like that. I mean, a grown-ass man, you know, getting his door taken away, getting beat by his father. So,
well, I don't know if he got beat, but I hope he did.
He needs to get locked up, or he needs to go to some sort of institute, and he can't come out.
I mean, he has a psychiatrist right now, but he's been lying to the psychiatrist like completely.
Well, that's more of a theory, but like
that's a theory.
Yeah, he's saying
game theory. That's a theory.
he's giving out information. He's been saying that his psychologist thinks he's a good boy, and that he's done nothing wrong.
When he's still doing it though.
Well, here's the thing. I don't, by just hearing you saying that he's a good boy and all that, I don't think he's going to a psychiatrist. I think he's just saying that so that whoever hears it can be like, oh, okay, so he is seeking help. That right there, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but that sounds like bullshit right there.
Most likely it might be bullshit.
Because there's no way a psychiatrist, hear me out, there's no way a psychiatrist is going to freaking do that. There is no way. And if he actually went to a psychiatrist, you think a psychiatrist is gonna let him like off like that? Hell no. They're probably gonna put him in a program or something like ASAP.
I was shown screenshots. They're kind of shitty. I don't know. I was shown screenshots of him talking about going to his psychologist, and it seems like he's lying to them whenever I saw them. So he would say shit like, "Oh yeah, I went to my psychologist. I told him about what I'm doing here. Like I'm talking to kids." And I think he's leaving out the part where it's like sexual. And the psychologist is like, "All right, well, if you're talking to kids and it's not sexual, then whatever. But why the fuck are you talking to kids though?" Like they know
Just me and my 10-year-old buddies having a good time.
the psychologist knows there's like a layer to this that's not being covered. So they're not giving him like any okays, but like they're not being told the full truth, and that's why I guess he's not institutionalized right now. I don't know if it's like a lie by omission necessarily, because Penox really thinks, like he really believes that his foot fetish isn't sexual. So whenever he talks about it in the context of, well, it's not sexual because feet aren't sexual.
Does he know what the word fetish means? Denox, fetish is a sexual attraction to something. If you have a foot fetish, you are turned on by feet. You are asking girls for feet pictures. That is sexual, and that in itself is showing that you are lying.
Yeah, I've said this like 50 different fucking times to him. He never gets it. He's like, no, feet aren't sexual.
Yeah. If we all could have like kind of like a little chit chat with him,
Oh,
kind of like how Jada did with Will Smith. But I highly doubt he's gonna come and talk.
I fucking bust out a red table for this.
We've invited him many times to a conversation, but every time he cheaps out. He's like, "No, I'm scared.
I think it's because
they're going to beat me up."
So you remember Tora like recorded him, quote unquote, illegally, whatever. He's harping on that. So he's scared of entering a conversation where he's gonna look bad because he can't come up with shit on the spot. Here we go. I pulled up the time he talked about the Kaizen shit. This is like the time. Was it like it was like a Wonder Woman cosplayer that he took feet pics of.
Yeah. Yes, and, that was the one.
Then the security took his camera and broke it over his head or some shit like that.
Yeah. So, from what I was hearing, a lot of people thought that he was like going under people's skirts and stuff like that. Maybe it happened, maybe not. But from what he told me, he was taking pictures of feet.
Yeah,
and what I've heard too from other people.
Yeah, I've heard like several stories. I've heard that it's like he's gotten kicked out of several conventions, not just Kaizen. I heard he got kicked out of Comic-Con.
Oh,
like this had
Comic-Con,
this is recurring. This is recurring, and some people have told me the version where he takes upskirts. Other people have told me the version where he takes feet pics. Now, there's a couple of possibilities here. You take a feet pic, it's kind of angled weirdly. People might think, oh, that's a fucking upskirt. And who knows? Might be that. Or it might be that there are so many of these that, maybe some of these are upskirts. And the stories just kind of blend in together.
I know he tried to pull some of that stuff at Comic-Con with some of the cosplayers. I know that for a fact.
Could you imagine he goes to he goes to the mainland, goes to Texas, and gets kicked out of a fucking convention, and he went out of his way. He bought the plane ticket. He's staying in an Airbnb just to get kicked out the same way he got kicked out of Comic-Con in Puerto Rico.
I told I don't know what was in staff for Comic-Con, but I told them, hey, watch out for this person. I messaged one of the Comic-Con staffs a while back in 2019, and I told him about Penox. He knows a YouTuber that hangs out at your events, but she is no longer, I did say she, but I didn't say her name. She is no longer associated with this person. If you guys can please, for the safety of your event, and of course, this YouTuber, please ban this guy.
I know, because a lot of people are saying, they don't like cancel culture. I don't like get perma-banned from shit.
With Penox's case, it's not lies, because we have the proof.
I think, so this has been a habit I've noticed. He had an account, I forget the name. Jax, do you remember it? It was, really old. It was from, mid 2000s.
So the Super Penox?
Super Penox, I don't know if it was that. But he was on YouTube. I guess he got bullied and people disliked his videos. People like to troll a lolcow. And,
when he first started?
Yeah, when he first started. And he deleted that channel. And I guess it just keeps happening, except this time it's worse. It's not just him being cringy. I'd love to know that story, by the way, but I don't know who to track down for that. I fucking
That's-
love D-Dog's advice. I remember Jackson and I kept egging him on because he kept making shitty fucking videos about him being an incel and getting no pussy. And Jax is like, "Yo, Arbiter, we should fucking recommend. We should make him make a video on this and on that."
Yo, Jax, was that you that one time? Because I was watching Denox and Akameacon, like freaking doing a live stream with like Goshen in them, and someone was like, "Yo, dog, let me help you spit some games to this chick." I don't know if it was you or not, but that shit had me rolling, man. I was cracking up when I saw the live feed and someone was trying to tell him to spit game to Goshen, knowing that Goshen, you know, is she married, engaged to a female, so this shit had me rolling.
I wish that was me, but sadly that wasn't.
Yeah, someone was showing him hard. It was funny, bro. You should have seen his face, and he's like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream."
Oh my god, I give props to whoever that was.
That shit was funny, bro.
I remember
I was dying.
that was like a huge mystery for a while, right, Jax? We were wondering like, what the fuck is this girl's deal, and how does she relate to Dina? Does he have a crush on her or something?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then we found out, more information as we went along.
Yeah, he had the biggest crush on her, like biggest.
It's
crush on her.
very apparent in his videos. Like he clearly loves to mention her in the live streams, especially. He would always mention.
Well, here's the thing, right? And I noticed about him is that he's a leech, right?
Yeah.
So he saw that Goshen. She is a very popular Miami, Dragon Ball, fanatic. She knows everything. She collects everything. Props to her. And by the way, Goshen, if you hear this, you hear me, we're not talking bad about you or anything like that. Yes, your name's brought up because it's key on key facts with the whole Denox thing. But just to throw it out there, we're not talking bad about you.
You brought up actually a very good point. I noticed that Denox loves to try to get people's attention by trying to leech on other people. He also uses the same thing with other means. Like when he had his Denox series channel, he tried using multiple ways of getting views, whether it be lying about being a fan of Etika during the whole suicide incident.
That shit pissed me off.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
And he also
sorry, because I know him. I know Desmond. So we'll talk about that in a second. And sorry, I got riled up again.
He also jumps on trends very often when he sees it. Channel might have nothing to do with what he's doing, but he's just like, I have to talk about this. But then there's also giveaways. Something he didn't do very often, but it was something he did where he's like, hey, kids, I'll give you a card for some sort of game or something if you subscribe. And, of course, that's how he built up his initial channel.
Yeah. He started off with Goshen. That's how I met him because I entered a tournament. Sorry. I entered a giveaway because they're doing Dragon Ball Fighters. But he was the one that was giving away, not Goshen. Goshen was giving away like a figurine or something. So I did that and I won, And then that's how we became friends because he was like, "Oh, I saw that you're really good. Can you train me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? I'll train you just to be nice." There was this one chick called Linda, aka the Gamer Girl. He did some stuff with her. And then I guess I don't know the whole backstory, but he did something real stupid to her that her community started trolling him because I remember him mentioning that Linda's community is messing with him, and he used her too because he did a couple of videos with her, with Linda, the Gamer Girl, and like I said, I don't know what he did, but I'm pretty sure he probably asked for freaking feet pictures of her or said something stupid to her. For it to escalate like that. That's just, again, that's just me assuming. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know for a fact he did mention that people from her community were already messing with him. I wanted to ask her one day, but I was like, let me let her be. She's doing her thing. She's not doing the makeup no more because she used to do makeup. She used to dress up like a, I'm not saying like a clown, but she always had makeup on. And then when she first started her YouTube, but now she's big. She's doing retro gaming stuff. She has her community. She meets up with people and stuff like that. But yeah, he collabed with her, and then he tried to collab with me And I told him no, and he still made a video and put my name and my brand in a fighting game type of video. And I noticed in that video, he put a smiley face next to the character. She was barefooted, and right when he zoomed in on her feet in the video. Like in the video, I didn't know about that shit until like later on. One of his friends was telling me about it, and I went to go look at the video again, and I was like, "Holy shit, you're right." You know, take my name, take my brand off the video. He used to like put like a bunch of my art in his background. He used to make perler bead art. I told him to take that off too when he was doing his videos. I was like, I don't want my Kirby there. I don't want whatever freaking barefoot fighter character that you check off to. I don't want that in the background either. You know?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I have this editor machine that will take your name, but I'm gonna keep the video." I was like, no. Take the whole video off. Doesn't matter if you cut me off the video. That video was dedicated to me. Take it off. Which he did. I mean, deleted that channel. So
I mean, yeah.
I'm still on the fact that he like zoomed in on her feet.
yeah,
Like that's
he did.
that's fucking. I mean, it's funny, but why? What the fuck?
Anyway,
For the lols.
you want to talk about the etiquette thing, or we gonna leave that?
Oh no,
No, of course,
Let's jump on that. Yeah. That's,
Okay, so rest in peace, Desmond.
Rip the homie.
When he did that, I went off on. I called him a fake. I think I did that on the KI Dreams account. Not my mind. I think I did it on KI Dreams. I cursed him out. I called him fake. He goes and buys a T-shirt, Joy-Con Bros. Joy-Con Boys. When he passed away, like you should have gotten that before he did what he did. You get what I'm saying? If you quote unquote were his fan, watched his videos, you would have had that shirt before him passing away. Now, mind you, there are some people that are fans and couldn't get the T-shirt in time, But him, he was never a fan. Because, one, when I met him, he never mentioned Etika to me or anyone in his server. If you're an Etika fan, you would post, "Oh, yo, look what Etika posted. Yo, do you see what Etika did?" You get what I'm saying? He never mentioned that guy. That pissed me off when he did that.
I mean, the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
the thing that got me especially riled was the fact that during one of his videos when he went to New York, he went to the bridge where Etika committed, the deed.
I was gonna get into,
and he felt the need to read one of the writings aloud and then laugh at it.
Yep. He said,
saying the N-word.
Yep.
Just completely just laughing at it. This guy's dead. Is that what someone who cares about someone would say? No.
That's what pissed me off too.
Which is another show of like his facade of just him not caring, him just being a parasite and using things to benefit himself. That seems to be his constant.
Like in his videos too, like when he introduces like, "Oh yes, I know this person. I know Stephanie Dodoni. Yeah, like that's how he sounds like when he does it. Like do I give a fuck? you get what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I met a person at a convention like once. I guess they're my best friend now. That's just how it is.
with the Vic Mignogna thing, he's like, "Yeah, I met him at the convention once. He was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's my best friend. Yeah, 10 years ago.
yeah.
Oh god. I thought like the Etika thing was pretty because he kept pumping out Etika videos, right? Like I guess the first one wasn't that big a deal because it was just covering the fact that he was missing, and that was kind of.
Yeah, I respect that. Well, not really. I don't respect it, but
it's bringing awareness, even if it's like just for the view.
Yeah, it's an awareness. Everyone did that, but everyone that covered Etika had respect for the guy.
After that, he did the R.I.P. Etika video. He did like a live stream, right? He did like an Etika, unalived himself live stream.
Yep.
I need some views, guys. This guy is dead. That's so sad.
Was that? Then
I'm a big fan of him.
The bridge video, oh shit, Etika abridged himself. It was so fucked, man. I just like I hated it.
You don't understand. Like I cried, right? And it's hard for me to do that. I'm like like I said, like I met him. He's a cool dude. Like we weren't like super like buddy, but I've met him at events. Like he said, "What's up?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I know you." You know, stuff like that. But like it hurt me
I mean,
because
he would recognize you at conventions. That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
It's a beautiful
impressive.
thing.
Yeah, it is beautiful to have that
you know,
much love for your fans to like recognize them. That's pretty
and
amazing.
it sucked. You get what I'm saying? I cried. A lot of people cried. A lot of people that knew him better than me, I shared their pain because I know how it is to lose somebody. I lost my best friend, you know, and when that happened to him, I was like, damn, man. Like, I wish, like, and a lot of people too. Like, we wish we were there for him and talk him out of what he did. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about that. But again, he's a leech. Denox is a leech, and like you guys said before, he does anything to get a view, and he doesn't care about you guys. Like if you guys are hearing this right now, he doesn't care about the community. He doesn't care about you guys. He cares about trying to make it big on YouTube and freaking jacking off to little kids. That's all he cares about. Sorry to sound like that, but it's the truth. You need to get some help, my dude. If you're watching this, you need some help.
Man, that's like an unholy abomination off of Little St. James Island. YouTube and
You know,
kids. Fuck, man.
it would have been different if your ass was playing Minecraft. I'm just kidding. Shut up.
Oh
But
no, don't give him suggestions. Don't give him nah.
but no, I'm not giving those suggestions. But you better not do that.
Hello guys, this is
Um,
D-Nex series speaking once again. Today we're going to be building a castle.
a castle and my good friend Dream is joining us.
We're
Anyway.
playing one black in the Minecraft and we're doing the Dream S&P.
Anyway, when he told me about the Puerto Rico thing and then about how he was depressed one day, I told you about that too, Arbiter. That he was depressed because this 22-year-old deleted him off of Facebook. That was like
Oh, was this like the 22-year-old he met when they were 14 or something like that?
yeah, he was no, he was like if my correction was correct, he was like 26, 27. And she was like 14 or 15. And what killed me the most was, her mom was cool with it. Her sister didn't like me, but her mom was cool with it. And I was
Holy
like,
shit.
The parents consented. It's fine, guys.
yeah, that's what he told me. And then he was like, yeah, it must have been her sister. Her sister must have said something about me. And that's why she blocked me. Fuck her sister. That's what he was telling me. And that was the first time I see him say some bad words. And I was
So-
I
like,
hate when people betray me like that. It's disgusting.
and then when I saw people constantly going into his streams and typing that stuff, and then I got hit up by, I think it was Jack's Beef, when I got hit up by that video, and you're like, yo, I'm trying to save you. Watch this video. This is the type of person that you're in a server. And when I saw that video, that's when I was like, yo, F this guy. I'm out of here.
Was it the Deez Nuts double pack?
Nah, it was the Vic Vignana video that
Oh,
he
that
took
one.
out.
Oh, right. The
He was covering it up.
you know.
Yeah, he was covering up. And when I got that DM with that video to I think it was like a mega file or whatever, because I had to download it. That's when I officially cut ties with that guy.
I think I re-uploaded that video, but I forgot the password of the account, so the account is just fucking lost.
So
It's like
yeah.
what was it, Dinos or something?
I think so.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That video, that thing got, I want to say, almost 80 dislikes when he uploaded that
80.
thing.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
Woo-wee.
And he had versus like 5 likes.
I keep saying he should have held out, man. Like, I know there was like a huge. I'm not really aware of what the Vic Mignogna case is, but like, there was like a huge wave of people defending this guy after he deleted the video. Like, it was almost immediately after he deleted it. It's like a couple of days later, a week later, he like grew a support network and all those court cases, whatever. Xenox just had to be like a shithead for a little bit longer. Hold out. in terms of getting fans, which is what he wants.
Because he'll feed you all this information, and then it's up to you guys to either believe it or not. And then once he catches you in that, oh, he believes me, he's gonna use you.
I mean, Denox's entire thing is just like giving people half of the truth. Every single video he makes trying to debunk things always ends up with him saying, I cannot give you the information because it is private. I need it to pass. Forget about it. It's like, listen, if you want people to trust you, the first thing you have to do is be transparent. And the first thing he's doing is literally starting his conversations with, I can't give you 100% of the truth, or I can't give you the entire truth, or I can only give you half, or yes, it's true, but let me explain. It's already a bad sign.
I mean, I think if he, God, I don't want to give him advice. I don't want to give him fuck this guy. But I guess if I were to give Denox a bit of advice, I'd say I guess
Stop fucking kids.
Yeah, totally. But no. Well, yeah, but like what I was about to say until you interrupted me, you piece of shit. I'd say it's just like clear the air, put it all out there. Just talk about everything, be honest. Don't hide it. When you hide it, people wonder, what the fuck is happening here? Why the fuck are you being so dodgy about this shit? And they make their own research. They come to me, the Mac Daddy, and they see that you're a piece of shit. Just gotta tell them.
That's
This is what fucking happened. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Here's something. Like, that's another thing. He's always angry at his victims for exposing him. Like, he constantly, like, you can see it he is so vitriolic at the people he's hurt. Like, no one believes that he's sorry if he's just yelling at the people that he's supposed to be apologizing for.
That's the problem, though.
It's everywhere.
He never is going to own up to his mistakes because his way is waiting for things to die down. And when they die down, he says, that's the past. I've gotten over it. He's gotten over it. The victims have never been given any type of closure. And he's just like, I'm done with it. I dropped it like a napkin on the floor. Forget about it. Why is everyone on this still? Because he never learned. He never did anything to improve himself. And he's still doing the very same thing that people continue to call him out on. It's the hard part, but it is the truth. Denox will never learn because he's always set in the same mindset that he's not wrong, that everyone else is wrong, and that people are being mean to him when he's a 35-year-old man who can't take an insult, especially one that's basically just 100% just spilling the truth at him. But instead of accepting that truth, he'd prefer to just be like, no, this is bullying, this is harassment, this is whatever he can come up with. He has his little pedophile friends in his server who are like giving him the egg on, where it's like, no, you're not wrong for talking to this girl in the server right now who's like 12.
That's something else.
Fine.
Yeah, that's something else. He surrounds himself with people with the same mindset, and whenever his friends try to like knock some sense into him, like his real friends, people that actually give a shit about him, that cut ties by now because they couldn't get through to him, but like they tried to tell him, look, man, what you're doing is fucked up. You got to stop this. This is gonna happen to you. They described what happens to people like him in prison, where he belongs, by the way, vividly. Like I can't even talk about the descriptions here because it's YouTube, but yeah, they go in, they tell him what happens, and he gets scared for like 5 minutes. Then he goes to his little friend, fucking Nagelfar, and Nagelfar's like, "What do you mean, man? I groomed 50 kids right now. It's not a big deal." And they just it's a cycle, man. So this will only get better when he stops talking to people like him, like-minded. It needs to be broken somehow, but I don't know.
He just needs to be off the internet completely, but it's kind of hard to do in our modern age.
I mean, I don't know. Dad took his door. Maybe he can break his phone. I don't fucking know. Imagine being like 34, still living with your parents, and like your dad takes your door. At that point, if that were me, I'd be like, yeah, I fucked up somehow. I don't know what I did, but yeah, I'm 34 and my dad's taking my door away. Yeah, I must have done something.
That reminds me. I have another thing on my list here. Denox claims that the girls are safe around him and that they don't feel threatened by him, when he's giving them a false sense of security to use that to gain their trust. This is something he's constantly doing. I've noticed response videos where it's like, the girls, they're not threatened by me. They feel comfortable around me. It's like, that's the point. That's literally grooming. That is textbook grooming.
Yeah.
But he sees it as, when you're a bad man, you do bad things, and bad things are defined by literal brutality. No, bad things are the things you do and your actions, and a lot of different types of things can be considered bad actions. One thing is just talking to children in general and then asking them for feet pics, Penox. That is not a friendly thing. That is literal textbook grooming.
And I keep forgetting he is definitely listening to this. So when when you address something to him, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember. This is basically just for Denox. He's gonna.
I know he's gonna hear it. He always hears them. He loves them. It's like, oh, I hate them. I hate them so much. I'm never going to talk to them again. Then just listens to it. That's what he does.
He said this like the last 50 messages he sent me are usually him saying, "This is my last message to you. I am done with this situation." It's ridiculous. I've said this like 1,000 times. Like that's always he's like, "Well, they asked the child, and the child said yes." Like he doesn't understand that. No, the child can't say yes. They're not legally or morally capable of doing that. He's like, "Well, the child's okay. They like it." The child consented, right? That's the meme.
But the law in France says that the underage child can consent. It is fine.
Fuck France, man.
You're in America still. All right.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, he'll look up like the age of consent in Yemen. I don't fucking know. Jax, you should know what's the age of consent in Yemen, right?
I think it's like 74.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, you're clear. We don't need to ask.
Don't fact check it. Don't Google it. Trust me.
74. All right. Well, Denox is never going to Yemen then.
No, well, here's the thing, though. I mean, if he has the money, whatever. But he's gonna fly to France for that.
He's gonna fly. Well, I mean, that would be.
If he does that, he's gonna get caught over there too.
Well, I think that I don't know. I don't want to. I don't like looking into like age of consent because it's super.
Yeah, I'm not.
Gross,
yeah, it is. It is. But regardless,
it is illegal to cross a border to solicit. I know that much.
Regardless, I'm not trying to give this guy advice, but you're an idiot because you're in Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States. I don't give a shit what people say. It's not whatever. Fuck you guys. You're the United States territory. You're in the U.S. You talking to somebody on your computer in the U.S. and they're in France, does that mean they're consent? You're still in the U.S. They're in France. Now it's a different story if you're over there, but still, whatever you're gonna do, if you decide to go over there, you're gonna get caught. Why? Because people are watching. People are watching you.
No, but that is not real. It is role play. It is not sex. It is fiction. No. I'm anime, man.
No. It's fake. It's not real. That's what he says.
No.
Guys, it's not real though.
It's the anime girl in the profile picture. That's who I'm talking to, so it's not wrong.
Remember, who was it? I can't say her name, fuck. Even though he leaked it in his response video. Remember that, Jax?
Yeah, we had to censor it.
Yeah, we censored it, Denox. We censored her fucking... We're doing more to protect this fucking kid's name than you are, you fucking moron. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna cause a whole thing. He's probably shitting himself right now, angry with me saying that, but,
I mean, to switch gears here, Denox has always been known as a pathological liar. He's had multiple occasions where he's lied to people to try to, like, scrub things off the internet. Anything that's bad, he'll pretend to be anybody. He'll make a fake account. Or in the case where he was talking to Arbiter under the excuse that he was the overreactor and said, hey, can you delete these? I talked to Denox. We're great friends.
No, do the Denox voice, but like try to sound like Tor. Try to sound like Denox doing the Tor voice.
Hello. It is me. I am the Tor. Arbiter, I would like you to remove the videos now.
Yeah. ShinJay, I told you about that, right? He was like pretending to be Tor to convince me to delete the videos.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, he showed up with a mustache. He's like, "Come on, please.
Fucking mustache.
You have to delete them. I am Tor, and I want you." And I called him out. Like I was really harsh. Like I did like I think I did the Bryan Cranston like fucking automated voice. With the fucking Breaking Bad, like, listen here, Denox, you're a stupid motherfucker. You're the only stupid motherfucker that would use the word quitted instead of quit. It's written in your DNA, some shit like that. And, like, 20 minutes later, he's in the video, like, okay, I admit it was me, but it was because I did not want those videos out there. because you're calling me a pedophile.
Even though it's true.
Yeah. So fucking. I still can't. Like, that's my favorite Penox moment when he made a throwaway, and the throwaway was like 5 minutes old, and he tried to convince me, but he was still writing like him, you know? Like, he has a very unique typing style. He adds vowels to words that don't need them. It's fucking ridiculous. And then he thinks I'm fucking dumb enough to fall for it. Like, God, dude.
I don't know, David. Oh fuck, I'm Arbiter. Sorry.
Oh right, I'm David, right?
Yes, my bad.
Forgot
my bad.
about that.
I just doxed you. Oh my god.
Penox doxed me, dude. Penox fucking doxed me. Well, you know, allegedly, right? We don't know, even though I have proof that it was him who was spreading that dox around. But we don't know that it was him. What was it, David Medina from Queens, New York? That's who I am.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I got to be honest. Yeah, that's me. I have a little bit of backstory. I got to tell you guys why I'm so fixated on Penox. So, my brother actually went to preschool with him, and Penox lunged at him Kratos style with a pencil, and stabbed him in the eye.
What?
Yeah, just like Kratos style, straight up, just fucking killed my brother. No, he's still alive. I'm kidding. But yeah, he stabbed my brother in the eye. Now he wears an eye patch. He's kind of, he's kind of slowish now. I have to take care of him. He's like a huge drag on my personal life. It's disgusting, man. And it's his fault for stabbing him with a pencil. Did you believe that, man? Penox was a little fucking savage back then.
And the absolute monster of a man.
Yeah, I lost my best years to this man because I have to take care of my brother.
That's crazy.
Here's another thing from my list. Penox claims to have retired from making child-friendly content, but was still doing so under the alias, as we know, Red Star. And in his recent video, he claimed, well, I mean, he didn't post a video, we did, but, that like, since the name Red Star wasn't under the thing that the anti-Noxers said, it doesn't count. It's like, I'm pretty sure that all forms of anything that he makes online counts as him still coming back. So no matter what name you actually put, it's like, you still came back. The whole point of you was to stay offline.
Yeah, you could get really technical about it, but the point of him leaving was for him to work on himself. You can't really work on yourself when you're just like posting videos on the side and you're still online interacting with the same people.
It's basically lying.
Yeah, I mean, I know the guy can't stop existing. I wish, I wish, but he can't stop existing. The problem is, like, the premise was he was going to work on himself. He was going to go to therapy. He was going to do all the things, check all the boxes he needed to check. Then he was going to come back, and not post child-friendly content, because, like, what's the point of coming back and then contributing to the same community? Like, you already have a problem, right? You're already, like, a pedophile. So, you have to avoid kids. You can't be near them. Like, even if you're, quote-unquote, not a danger, you still have desires for them, which he admitted to, right? There's a...
No, he has, more than once. Even in, like, one of the tour videos, he openly says, I can't deny the fact. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a predator.
Okay, just say yes or no.
Okay, I would be lying if I said I'm completely innocent.
Like, he's fully confirmed this more than once.
Forgot about that.
There's no way he can lie or say anything. He's made it clear. This is not anything that he can bullshit his way out of.
Is there anything else?
Well, the last thing on my list is Penox flew to the Philippines in order to try to obtain sex under the impression that Asian women are submissive and easily able to give up bodies.
We're gonna talk about that. Damn. All right. So I know for a fact. I know for a fact he went over there to get some ass.
Oh shit! What's your smoking gun?
So we all knew that he went over there to get some. I don't know if he did. I don't think he did, because I'm gonna be real, right? When I met him before I knew what was going on, he would tell me, like, oh, I want to meet a girl that has the same interests as me. you know, because he. Let me tell you something. That dude was a stalker. He looked at all my photos on Facebook.
What the fuck?
I'll tell you that. And he was like, "Oh, I envy you." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, you know these girls at these gaming events and all." I'm like, "Oh yeah, those are my friends. Yeah, what
Oh
about
wow, you
them?"
talk to other human beings. Whoa, whoa.
Like, you know, shit like that, you know, and like, holy shit, you
Like, how do you
know.
hold back that erection when you're talking to women?
Oh, another thing too. My dude was so freaking desperate to have a woman that he would have bots like freaking hackers or whatever like disguise themselves as females and add you know how it is on social media when those fake accounts add you and they impersonate a female and they try to hit you up like, oh hey, how's it going, shit like that, and then they come and hit you with, yo, can you give me some money? He had those type of people hit him up
Did he ever?
on him.
Oh my god! Did he ever give
I,
in?
I don't know. I remember I had a bunch of friends requests. I'm like, who the hell is sending me these friends requests? And it says, oh, mutual friend, Hector Vera. And I'm over here looking at these profiles and I'm like, decline. And I wrote him a message. I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that those people that your so-called friends that are adding me, they're fake, bro. He was like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me. He didn't give a shit. He did not give a single shit that I told him that.
I don't know if he knows this, but like, you just gotta talk to people. So that's where you can actually make friends. You make friends. You know, you make a girlfriend. You make a friend that's a girl, and then she becomes your girlfriend if you make a connection enough. And he said he doesn't seem to get that part. He's like, well, I talk to girls. She's my girlfriend now. No, no.
Do you speak
Listen.
to women?
Yes.
But that's
I speak to women. They like me a lot.
but yeah, like I mean, when he told me that, I was like, okay. I mean, you know, like I told you, Arbiter, that I kind of felt bad for him at one point because he couldn't get no girls, and then all of a sudden the whole feet shit popped up later on. So
Yeah.
like, you know, I would talk to him, I would give him some advice and shit like that, how to get fucking girls and stuff. And then I remember he told me one time he was like, oh, no, I was like, yo, what are you doing? And he was like, "Oh, I'm at the college." I'm like,
Oh my god! Fuck! This is good. I forgot about this shit.
Oh,
and I'm like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "What are you doing? Are you like in class?" He's like, "No, I just like to walk around." And I'm over here like, "You like to walk around college?" I was like, "So what are you doing walking around? Like, is it like a local college, like near your house? Or you just that has like a park or something that you walk around? You get what I'm saying? Because usually, over here we have colleges, but they have parks too that you can just walk. You get what I'm saying? So me, I wasn't. Again, I was just having a normal conversation with the guy. So all of a sudden, he tells me, he's like, yeah, I just walk around, and when I see girls chilling, I just go and talk to them. And I'm over here in my head like, yo, this guy's a creep, you know? And I'm like, you talk to girls and you don't go to that school? That's how you go and talk to girls?
It's definitely
I'm
weird.
like,
I don't know. I mean, he was like what 30 something by then.
like 32, something
Yeah,
like that.
I know he was like
Christ.
long. Yeah, he must have been. Well, he would have been long out of college, and he was just strolling around at college. He's kind of hitting up girls.
Because like when he told me that, I was thinking like he was in college. You get what I'm saying? Just the way he said it,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
no, he definitely wasn't. He was just strolling around. I think it's like the local college in his area.
Yeah, so he'll go over there and like try to hit on girls that way.
That's
And
fine.
I'm like, yeah, when he told me that, yeah, he told me that, and then the whole feet things happened, and I called him out on it. I was like, yo, what's going on with this whole feet thing? He's like, oh, I just like feet. You think that's weird? And I'm like, I mean, because again, I didn't know about the whole kid thing. I knew about the feet. I didn't know about the kid thing. So I was like, because to me, if you have a foot fetish or whatever, you get what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
the whole foot fetish
I mean,
thing.
I understand. Like,
That's your thing. You get what I'm saying? Now hear me out. Hold on, I'm not. I find it funny the whole feet shit because like people meme that shit. I mean, Attica was into that shit. But it was just funny because he made it into a joke, but he was actually into that shit. But anyway, it's a meme. It's a meme. But the thing with Denox is he makes it into a pedophilia thing because he likes feet, little kids' feet.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he told me about that. He didn't talk about the pedophile. He was just telling me that he was into that shit. He was like, I don't think there's something wrong. And I'm like, well, I mean, back in the day in China, women used to wrap their feet up, and these Chinese guys found it as a freaking aphrodisiac, or
What was
am
it,
I
like
saying that?
the Chinese foot torture, something like that?
Yeah, they found that shit sexual. He's like, oh my god, are you for real? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it in the freaking whatever History Channel documentary. Yeah, I even showed him the clip, and he was like, oh my god. So it's not weird to be into that. And I'm like, hey man, you do you. If that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. You know, that's what I told him. That's
I mean, I don't care what he does in the privacy of his own bedroom as long as it's in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
a fucking 15-year-old. Like he can like
yeah.
whatever he wants. He
And
likes fucking toes. He can like sucking toe
but
jam. I don't give a shit. Just leave the kids out of
But
it.
well, yeah. So then, when that part got involved in it, it made the whole thing disgusting.
I
It made the
know.
whole thing disgusting.
To bring it back to like the fact that he went to the Philippines to get puss.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was about to mention that he went to a convention, a cosplay convention,
Yeah.
and there's photos. There was photos on his freaking DeviantArt. I'm over here sounding like him too, smacking my lips. Shit.
But now
So
defunct.
yeah, in his DeviantArt, he had pictures of Filipino people in his either it was in his hotel room, but he was taking pictures of their feet. Um, they're covering their faces though. I don't know what else he was doing, but I know like there was some sort of like upskirts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, he took pictures. He took a lot of pictures. So I don't know if that DeviantArt's still up, but
No, it's
Oh no, it's gone.
I think,
there.
yeah, Overreactor took it down or made him take it down. It's like on one hand it's good because like he stopped doing it, but on the other hand, like all the material is lost. It's like a
Yeah.
gold mine, and it's gone. You can't use it against him anymore.
Yeah.
I think
Let me tell you something. There was a lot of crazy shit on that DeviantArt.
yeah, I remember finding it once. It was pretty disgusting. Like a lot of the girls, I know because like it went back years, right? It went back to like when I was underage, hanging out with like, some of these girls he had in his DeviantArt, and I felt disgusted in hindsight. It's like, holy shit, this is my friend from like,
I mean, Denox has had multiple apparently DeviantArt accounts. I remember finding one, like a really old one he had, and if I recall, he had commented on some girl's post, being like, "Hey, we have not talked in a while," and this was, mind you, this was like maybe when he was like maybe 19 or something, and he's always been like kind of following people, just being like annoyingly just close and like, "Hey, what's going on? You have not talked to me," and it never really went away. Even now at the 35, he's still doing this.
yeah, I've seen like people grow apart or people just kind of have shit to do. Like they can't
Yeah, but
be talking to you 24/7. He's like,
yeah,
you are
but
a
people
piece of
also
shit.
grow
You
out
are a
of it.
betrayer. You haven't spoken to
Oh
me in
yeah,
months.
yeah. I can't stand people like that, man.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
weird.
he didn't talk to me like that, but I remember him hitting me up one time because like I was busy doing shit, and he was like, "Hey man, everything okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine." He's like, "Oh, you haven't been in the server talking, or you haven't come to my streams?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I have a life, my dude.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
do other shit." I
it's
didn't say it like that to him, but like that's what was in my mind.
it is. Yeah, it's definitely odd.
But I mean, just to show as an example, if you're listening, Denox, that people shit happens to people. You get what I'm saying? And yes, I got COVID and I got my shots.
You got your shots, and you got. Well, now that's a good reason not to get a shot for him. Like he doesn't want. Like, what's the point if he's not? He's just gonna get it, right?
Yeah, I mean, yo, if you get it and something happens, like I'm not wishing death on you, but if something happens, that'll make the world a lot easier. But anyway,
that's goblin mode right there.
A lot of stuff is going on Twitter. You know, someone can go out there. I mean, people out there already mention you on Twitter. I'm not stupid. I've seen posts.
Ethan McDuffie or something like that. Dwayne
Yeah. Even there's some guy that even put Denox's name as his Twitter account. So don't think that you're the only one being targeted. I mean, well, no one's targeting you, but you get what I mean. You're not the only one that's being called a pedophile. There's plenty of people out there. Just to let you know.
And those people are getting caught, which means TikTok, Denox.
Yep, TikTok. You know, turn yourself in.
You think he'll like? You think he's capable of going up to a cop and being like, "Put me away"?
Nah, he's not.
What do you do?
But I feel like if he does it that way, it's a lot easier than being caught. Because if he gets caught, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna beat his ass.
I mean, yeah. This is fucked to say, right? But like at this point, he's not stopping. I think the only thing to do is just ignore him, let him do it again, which is fucked, right? I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
But, you know, let it happen again, then, you know, maybe the parents get involved, or maybe the authorities get involved, and he's finally like, holy shit, what did I do with my life? He'll keep doing it. Like, he keeps fucking doing it. He can't learn. He doesn't. Like, he'll... Someone will snap some sense into him, and for a second he'll be like, okay, I gotta... 18 plus. From now on, 18 plus. A month later, he's like, nah, lowered it to 15.
You made a very good point, though.
What's up?
Right there. Someone will knock some sense into him, but, you know, maybe sometimes in the literal sense.
Oh, that? No, I just meant that...
No, I know what you meant. I'm just saying that, like, there's people out there.
Yeah,
there are people out there.
I mean, I don't condone violence, but if it happens, I'll laugh. That's just a guarantee.
Yeah. I don't... well, I like to fight, but I don't condone violence.
But yeah, it'll, like, he'll keep doing it, you know, and remember the Sopranos video we posted a while ago, Jax?
Yeah.
He had a meltdown. He's like, no, you cannot bring the girl's father into this. I'm not. Like, the father will bring himself into this. He will curb stomp Denox, you know? Like, that's not... I'm not bringing anyone into this. If he keeps doing this, eventually a father, maybe not her father, but a father will get involved. And, you know, they'll scatter his fucking teeth to the floor. It'll happen. And he can't see that. He thinks it's like me making shit up. Nah, but it will happen if he keeps doing this. Whatever, man. Like, you know... He thinks it's like a fantasy, like a father won't do anything to protect their daughter. No, his dad took away his door and yelled at him a little bit. Told him, "Hey, if you keep doing this, you're gonna get arrested. I'm not gonna lift a finger if you get arrested." That's what he told him. And then he told him, like, boomer mentality, I guess. Oh, go get a job. And so he applied to an ice cream shop full of kids.
I'll be joking.
No.
That's not even a joke. That's fully real.
He applied to an ice cream shop full of kids. He's like, well, I don't know what ice cream shop. Like, it's comical, you know. Like, it's a fucking ice cream shop. That's where he was applying.
Zero, like, self-awareness or optics.
Yo, you dead ass. He works at an ice cream parlor.
Oh, I don't think he got hired. I mean, you search up his name, the first thing that comes up is pedophilia, you know. But he applied to a fucking, like, I have to laugh, right? But it's so fucked. He applied to an ice cream shop. He had an interview and everything. He got interviewed.
I can't imagine how that interview went. You know, it's like, so what do you like about the job? I like the fact that I can talk to children.
The customers are my favorite part. It's fucked, man.
Yeah, I typed in Hector Vera and I don't see anything.
Didn't see anything? Weird. I know a while ago, like, the first thing that popped up was, like, a pedophile defending him. It's like, so he calls it an article, right? It's just some fucking bitch-ass blog post that's formatted nice. But he thinks it's an article, and he thinks they're defending him on the article. It's just some dude. I saw a couple of his work. He God, I think one of the titles was how 14-year-olds can consent or some shit like that. Like the guy defends really creepy shit.
I had to type in Hector Vera pedophile.
Did it show up?
Yeah. There's something that says the Hive blog YouTuber the Overreactor is promoting fake pedophilia. There's another one says peakd.com. Hector Vera is not a danger to 14-year-olds. So let me read this shit. Pardon my use of slang. However, people seem to be getting mighty awfully riled up about sex these days, especially on YouTube. There is one pretentious and continuous YouTuber named the Overreactor who has been harassing a reputable YouTuber named Deez Series Hector Vera over feet. For crying out loud, what's next? Are these social justice warriors like YouTubers, the overreactor, going to try to railroad someone on YouTube over fists? If they do, they might get one swung right at them.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
a lot of these people are just disingenuous morons that can't tell that if someone has a foot fetish, that's a sexual part for them, right? Like,
yo, listen to this.
What's up?
Listen to this. It says the United States of America has become less and less open-minded through the years. When I was 9 years old, I remember my parents receiving some kind of sales letter in the mail that advertised a controversial book titled "Show Me," which delved deeply into child sexuality and that it was supposed to educate children about their bodies, their inner feelings, and so forth. The book had a picture of a naked little boy and a naked little girl on its front cover, being the courageous, giggly little boy that I was back then. I couldn't stop giggling when I saw the sales letter after my mother had opened it. I also question what parents would have allowed their children to pose nude for a book like this, or even be seen in a book like this. Okay.
Is this motherfucker out of his mind?
The guy, yeah, I mean, Jax, I think, didn't Tanuki post a video about this?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, the guy, like, he is an optical nightmare. I don't know why Penox is, like, banking on this guy defending him.
Because he writes pretty things when they're, like, nice and typed out.
It's, whatever. I think, he's been talking. He wants a guy to make, like, another defense article on him. Because he can't defend himself, right? He has to convince people to do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another thing. This one girl, the 15-year-old, like, he would constantly, like, tell her, "Oh, can you defend me, please? They're calling me a monster. Can you," like, he would send the children he was grooming to defend him.
That's a strong man right there.
I mean, it's weird, right? He would send them to defend him, and then, like, he gets them involved, right? Because that's him. He's telling them, "Hey, go fight this guy for me." And then the child's involved. So, you know, what do the people involved do? They kind of, first of all, sometimes they don't know it's a kid, right? So they retaliate in a way. They just tell them, "Look, you're defending a pedophile, fuck off." And now he's like, "Oh, you were hurting a kid. You were attacking a kid." It's like, it's super fucking weird. He puts the kid in the situation where they're getting attacked, and they get angry at the attacker, even though they don't know they're a kid.
I mean, that's also just one of Deenox's things. He loves manipulating the children. Like, that's his whole shtick. Like, make them feel like, oh, he's their only friend, and that the people outside of the servers are mean people who are going to hurt them and hurt him and make their, like, friendship die or go away.
Yeah, I mean, I said this before. The allegory of the Nox, right?
Yeah.
He keeps them in this little corner, in this little cave. They don't know anything about the outside world. One of them leaves. They bring back fire. And everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, what did you bring here? Leave. You're disgusting. They spit on them, and they leave, but, like, everyone else is still in there believing the Nox lies. We talked about it a lot. I mean, I guess I never said this. I wanted to bring this up a while ago. I like how he took, like, it was Charlene, right? So he takes this girl to his apartment after a nice day out of, like, getting dabbed on for failing at carnival rides. and talking about how disgusting the island he's in. Dude, it was so fucked. Like, she brought him to like the beach, right, or to like the view of the ocean, and he's like, "Oh wow, it is fucking filthy. I hate it." And he spits at the floor. It's fucking it's insane. Like this girl's trying to do something nice for him, show him a nice view, and he's like, "I hate this. There's so much trash everywhere." But so he takes her to his hotel room, right? And you think he's probably gonna put some moves or whatever. He doesn't have any unless they're you know Smash Bros moves or some shit like that. But he brings her to the apartment to the hotel room, and then he busts out like a 2DS, gives it to her, and then he's like, "I bet you've never had this before, huh? You are very poor, and I am very rich because I come from America." Then he turns on the TV, starts watching Super Noobs, and falls asleep. It's like the guy it's comical. It's so funny. Jackson, he like fish a TV out of like his church's dumpster or some shit like that.
Yeah, he did.
Then he reviewed it.
This is a high quality technology I pulled out of my church's dumpster.
Yo,
That's crazy.
Very cheap.
It's so funny because sure, like if you see a good TV on the curb, and you're like, I want to check it out. I want to see if it works. It's not like crazy to do, but then he like reviewed it, and then he made sure people knew like he was dumpster diving, like he dove into his fucking church's dumpster, like he's Scrooge McDuck, and
This was covered in shit a few minutes ago, guys. But it's very clean now. I used a wet nap.
I used a wet napkin. I also found in the trash.
Oh god.
I guess it's like a little bit of a nitpick, but I dumpster dove. I went into dumpsters. I put on a hazmat suit, found a bunch of trash, and now it's mine.
Let me tell you something. I forgot about this. It was Dragon Ball Fighters, and I used to beat his ass on his stream all the time. And then I let him win one day, and then he was like, "See, guys, I told you I was getting better."
Oh my god. That's so fucking sad.
And then I did the same shit in Smash Brothers, and he was telling his friends, "You see, I'm a good player, right, ShinJay? I'm really good, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, you're really good."
He's good at losing.
All you do is freaking play Red Kirby and freaking up B every fucking minute.
Fucking beautiful. I'm very good
Also,
at Smash Bros. I play best Kirby main. Well, Denox seems to think I've been staying in an Airbnb for I don't even think he knows what an Airbnb is. He thinks I've been staying in an Airbnb for 4 months or something. Just paying nightly for it. How much is an Airbnb per night? 100 something?
Oh, it depends on the place.
Oh, it depends on the place because I've gotten some for freaking 30 a night. We'll see how long this is gonna take, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get caught by the end of this year or the beginning of 2023. That's just me.
I think to some extent we'll always be watching, Jax and I, but I think we're kind of coming to terms with the fact that we're going to have to pass this on soon, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It's been going on for too long, but Void is doing some shit. I don't know.
Void?
With Void, yeah, he's been doing some stuff. And he got involved super last minute. Basically when everything was over on our end, he got involved. So, yeah, people will what I said earlier when I said you just have to Denox, you have to air everything out, own up to it. Don't make excuses. Don't apologize. Stop with the vitriol for the people who exposed you, and just own up to what you did. That's all you gotta at this point, it's too far. No one's gonna let you ever come back and make videos the way you want to.
Mazel tov.
I guess a quick pro tip. I guess I want to add this at the end. I'd say whenever it comes to exposing people or I guess shit talking the people involved, I guess try to go at it with a little bit more poise. Because I know a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people that used to be his friend, that used to trust him, and that used to believe him blindly. that just couldn't or didn't see that he was in the wrong until it happened to them, or until something happened that they just couldn't take it anymore. So they're just like, don't get me wrong, there's people like Nagelfar that are just like him, and there's a couple more, but there's plenty of people that just believe him because he is just, for some reason, a really convincing liar to them. And I don't know, I think it's like a moral gray area. I don't really know how to approach those people.
I wouldn't say that he's a very good liar. He's the worst liar possible. I just say that people are a little too willing to give someone the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's a really bad liar. For some reason they believe him though, and I cannot see why. I don't know why.
I feel like we pretty much touched on everything.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, a lot of it, I guess. Most of it. I don't know. I'm satisfied.
Yeah, we talked about we talked about okay, so we talked about him about what really happened when he got caught because because I showed you the proof of what he wrote me, but then again, he could have been telling me bullshit.
Most likely it was.
Yeah, he's really dodgy. For some
So
reason, like he still won't talk about what happened at Comic Con 2013. That is like another thing. If he takes my advice, which I really doubt, and he does the owning up to my shit video, that's like 2 days long because he has a lot of shit to own up to. There's a fucking Comic Con 2013 shit. There's the Kaizen 2013 shit, or I don't know when that happened, whatever. But then there's AguadaCon 2013. There's fucking the Tor allegations that he covered poorly.
yeah.
His defense for the Tor situation was the girl I thought I was talking to was actually an adult the whole time, and even though I didn't know that, he was an adult, so I'm good. Like I wasn't talking to a kid, even though I thought I was. That was his defense.
He was the victim in that case. Like what?
So you're telling me when you watch To Catch a Predator, and these people disguising themselves as grown-ups, and they go and meet up with those people, they get caught. They get locked up.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was Chris Hansen the whole time, so they're not really a pedophile. I mean,
I can't imagine that. It's like if Chris Hansen walks in, and he's just like, "Do you know why I'm here?" Well, it doesn't matter because you're not a little girl. It's fine.
I was lied to. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. You know why they stopped showing that show, right?
One of the pedophiles killed themselves.
Yeah, one of the pedophiles killed himself. He was a judge.
He was a fucking god.
Yeah, he was a judge. A judge, bro.
Damn it.
A
Man.
judge.
He was the judge, jury, and executioner.
He has this mentality, and I'm sorry for interrupting. He thinks that just as long as he asks for forgiveness afterward, like he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Nah, man.
It's like he thinks, oh yeah, I might be doing this, but I'll ask for forgiveness later, and I won't go to hell. And then if you tell him he's going to hell, he gets really fucking angry. He gets really Red Jacks. He gets really fucking mad.
Oh no, he gets heated. He gets like steamed vegetable, like straight up.
Papi le compró el cajito para que lo boten de más convenciones. All right. Should we do closing statements?
Yeah, we can do a closing statement.
Fine. Who wants to go first, Jax?
All I can say is that Penox doesn't learn from his actions. He lies, he cheats, he manipulates, and he always thinks that he's the one in the right. And that's not going to get him anywhere. And if he really wants to move on from his life and have people not, call him out on the truth, he has to own up to it. And if he doesn't, it's just going to keep happening, and he's just going to keep repeating himself like a loop.
Mm-hmm. Want to go next, ShinJay? Should I
go? You can go ahead.
All right. Well, a lot of what Jack said, but I guess emphasis on you just gotta own up to this shit. Like no one's ever gonna forgive you. Like the people whose bridges are burnt, they're gone. The people who want nothing to do with you, they're gone. You've proven that you're a piece of shit. But if you really want to move forward from this, just stop blaming people, own up to your shit, be honest, and go through everything. Don't hide Don't be dodgy. You like being dodgy whenever you address shit. Nah, just own up to it. You know, whatever I did or whatever Jax did or whatever all these other buttfucks did, they don't matter. It's what you did and what you gotta own up to. And you know, maybe you'll go somewhere with that after you do that.
And then I can make more content, right, for children?
No, yeah. I mean, that's where he's going, right?
Yeah, that's always seems to be the case.
I don't think this is ever going to happen, but that would be my advice to a normal person that understands consequences.
What I would love for that little saying that you just did right there on this video, to put that one picture of him in the puppet socks. When you say that, that would make my day.
Oh, don't worry, we'll edit that in. I can do a bunch of crazy shit like that.
Jax will get it handled. He's an expert.
Man. What can I say, man? You. I'm not saying you played me for a fool, but you had me feeling sorry for you in the beginning, and then I saw your true self. I wanted to say, Arbiter and Jax Beef, thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys.
No, it's been
I mean, we appreciate you for being on. Honestly, I wish more people would be, willing to, like, not listen to what he says and actually make their own opinions. And this is something Penox says often. He's like, make your own opinions, but half the time he tells people don't look at the videos.
Yeah.
So
make
maybe actually watch the videos.
Make your own opinions, but just with the evidence I give you.
Yeah. So to the people that hear this, hear me out. You can be like me and not be afraid to come out and say who you are, because I'm not scared. I'm ShinJay. That's my name. That's my business name. That's where I go by. If you feel like you want to speak to these gentlemen, and trust me, these guys aren't trolls or anything like that. You watch their videos. I find them funny. But what I mean by that is like just the stuff that they do. The voices, it cracks me up. The artwork, it cracks me up. But these guys aren't harmful. These guys aren't hackers or they're gonna dox you or anything like that. So if you want to come in and talk to them but hide your identity, they're very respectful with that as well. But let people hear you. Let them know. We are, how you say, like a voice in a way, right? We want to help you.